Hello, and welcome to a new series, Call of Cthulhu. So yeah, I know I'm kind of late getting to the spooky season stuff, like literally doing this after the fact. But, you know, it is what it is. Those of us who are spooky year-round in our hearts, it's always spooky season. It's always. So, yeah, admittedly, Tunic took a little bit longer than I was expecting. I was not expecting it to go to, like, 7 or 8 parts at this point. Was it 7? I don't remember. I'm sure Hatter will correct me in the captions here. But point is, I wasn't expecting for it to go as long as it did, considering most of the other games I've played usually didn't get past 5 parts if I was lucky. So yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. I honestly know nothing about it. I do know it's by Focus Entertainment, so it is not on the list. Thank everything. Because, you know, support your actors, support your voice actors, support your motion capture people, support the creatives who fall under SAG-AFTRA, who need to be protected and make sure their jobs are protected. But yeah, Focus Entertainment is not on the list that I am aware of. They are a French company. They are based in Paris, France. They have no ties to the major gaming studios here in the US. So far from the research I did, we're in the clear for this game. But yeah. So I've been meaning to play this game for a while. I've been wanting to play this game for a little while. Funnily enough, I'm wondering if this game is based off of the TTRPG. Because I mean, it's the same name, so the context clue is kind of there. That if you're aware of the TTRPG Call of Cthulhu, that this is probably based off of that. So I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen. I'm curious to see if I end up, you know, being consumed by the insanity that is involved with the Eldritch horrors. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this game goes. I know the very, very base ideas of the TTRPG. I do have the starter kit, and I will say, reading through the material for the starter kit, I kind of have to chuckle because I know Lovecraft would be rolling in his grave. He's got to be rolling in his grave because of how the game creators of Call of Cthulhu for the TTRPG encourage their game being utilized. I love the fact that they're encouraging for, you know, to use it as an educational tool. Like, legit. They encourage for, like, let's say if, you know, someone like me, pale in complexion, kind of looks like, you know, a glow stick when the sun hits them. It's really encouraged for someone like myself to play a POC character, so I can get a taste, get a view, get a window into what it was like in the 1920s or even modern day era. Now, I will say a lot of those subjects, especially when it's revolving around race and things like that, should be handled delicately and well, so it stays educational and isn't just an excuse for people being assholes. But they also encourage, you know, it doesn't have to be around race when it comes to the educational side of things. It could be, you know, any other social issues going on that it could be utilized to help be educational. At its core, it is still a game and it is meant to be fun, but I enjoy the fact that they encourage people to utilize it as an educational tool, so people can get that view, get that window into these issues, especially if they themselves do not experience those issues. So, but yeah, that's for the TTRPG. But that's why I say, like, I know Lovecraft gotta be rolling in his grave, because if anybody knows anything about Lovecraft, yeah. So, but yeah, I just, yeah. Anyway, my ramblings aside, all this stuff aside, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's see what the the creators of this video game have in store for us. I am very interested. Ooh, spooky. Boston, 1924. Pierce Investigation Agency policy. First World War drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Ooh. Oh no. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who is in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. I mean, you can't really have Cthulhu or any other eldritch horror in this regard without quoting Lovecraft. Ooh. Okay. Oh, look, a shark. Does this mean we've already jumped the shark? My guy, what have you already gotten yourself involved with? Okay. Ooh. I mean, it's shark. Not as disturbing as I'm used to, but eh. Did we somehow like sneak into like a illegal fishery people or something? Control to crouch. I want to look through here first. Okay, can't get that open, so crouching it is. And make sure control. Oh, press to crouch, not hold. Well, right off the bat, first impressions. I mean, the audio isn't bad. Because y'all know how I am. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. How do you do the lighting of... Thanks. Okay, no, I didn't want the chain. I wanted... Ah! Wrong button. Sorry, guys. This is... Oh, I need to grab the lamp. There we go. That's weird, but okay. I will say this, like, so y'all know how I am when it comes to audio and the music and things like that. I'm very much a, you know, I'm very big on... very big on audio. See, this is why I don't go swimming in the ocean. I know I'm not in the ocean, but it's close enough. Close enough. This has got to be a coastal region. Anyway. Like, so I'm very huge on audio. As we know.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay, that caught me. Good job, guys. The music itself isn't really putting me on edge. The atmosphere of it isn't really putting me on edge in itself. I'm just kind of... I mean, it sounds cool. I will give them that. It sounds cool. Now, the voice acting, on the other hand, that was a nice touch. Creepy. Gave me the creep vibe. Is that an orc? Those are orcas.
What a putrid offering.
Cthulhu, is that you? Why are you fucking with orcas, man? See, this is why the orcas are tipping yachts. Because it's a bunch of...
You have been chosen.
See, this is like why...
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Why is everybody bald and faceless?
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Yeah, that's gotta be Cthulhu.
I hate whiskey.
Then why do you drink it? Consult diary. Alright, Pierce Investigations Agency. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Why does the voice acting sound familiar? The voice actor for this character sounds familiar.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader.
Why do I feel like I know where your Why do I feel like I know your voice?
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Oh, eloquence, spot, strength, psychology, occultism. I think these are the same stats from the TTRPG. Mental trauma! Hi! Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. Meuse-Argonne offensive? He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. So, I have mental trauma, and currently still sane. So he has like no real knowledge of the occult. No real knowledge of medicine. Because of his background, he's got strength. He works as a detective, so he's a professional investigation. He's an amateur in psychology. Spot hidden. So he's not great at spotting your ability to find hidden objects. Gotcha. Eloquence. Amateur, so he's not very eloquent. Old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division, the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Oh.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Improve the score of skill. Oh. Oh!
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll.
Oof.
Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Police report. Alright. A shipping label. Some of it's unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? Because it's the 1920s and she's a woman. Back then, that was the most likely case. Just... Yeah, anyway. A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. So not only is she an artist, but also reclusive. Was also reclusive with her husband and child. Yeah, that alone would be more than enough to make people question her mental stability. Because again, 1920s. And a woman. It did not take much for a... Back then, like, back in those days, it didn't... Even up until, like, I think the 80s, really. It didn't take much for a woman to be considered psycho of some kind of level, even if she was just slightly depressed. Like, it was... Especially the more further back you go in time, the worse it got. But yeah. Alright. And now let's look at this painting.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Oh.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things?
Oh,
What do you mean
schizophrenic.
by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life.
If it was something she was
And
always
death.
doing, and let's say we're just going with not psychic abilities or things like that, then probably schizophrenic in that case, but... Because it can be as little as tiny little hallucinations that kind of are just there, but you may not notice, to full on, like, scenarios from everything that I've learned about it. But, you know, obviously, when it comes to any kind of mental disorders, make sure you, if you look up information, make sure you are going to professionals, make sure you're doing proper research that comes from peer-reviewed sources, things like that. But yeah. I know that, schizophrenia can be very difficult to live with, depending on the severity.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not
Hi.
like I have a choice.
I am.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island and a good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
When you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against private detective. Oh! The speakeasy. Boy. That was, you know.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Alrighty. Let's see. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes, but don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Because she was gay. Again, hi. Alright, anything. Oh, what? Dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Alright. Sweet. Nothing? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be kind of cool to actually get that painting as a, like, frame, you know, a canvas print. It'd be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. Okay, I think that's everything. That high-pitchedness is not fun. Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island. Darkwater, the place seems to be starting point for Pierce's investigation. Yeah, that's right. Actually, tells me I have to click before I continue after the load. Yeah, I will say this. The music in this game so far is good. The atmospheric noises, for the moment, are a little lacking, at least for me. Is his eyes closed?
We're almost there.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright. Oh, okay. So literally, I like how it gives you notes and everything. Sweet, I got a point. Oh. Seriously? I guess let's get that up to 3 then. Alright, Stephen Webster, age 63. I was about to make the comment, I was like, oh wow, he's pretty young. But then again, I gotta remember people were having kids at a young age, so I can't really speak too heavily on that one. As somebody who became a parent at the age of 20. So yeah. Occupation, businessman. A wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area, Stephen Webster, came to me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins, deceased, age 41, ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Is he the reason? Was he doing the summonings? Was he the Eldritch Whore? Anybody who's been on TikTok will understand the reference. Let me rephrase. Anybody who's been on TikTok long enough will understand that reference. Sarah Hawkins, age 33. Painter. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. Simon Hawkins, age 11, schoolboy. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, he died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Alright, following Sarah Hawkins' case, which I already looked at. Where are you still? Oh, that's why. Investigation ACD Island Darkwater. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think the only venture on the island is still profitable is its medical institution. Darkwater Port. At the entrance of the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of Scylla. Any Epic the Odyssey musical fans here? Because I'm sure you heard the song in your or the lyric in your head too. The Lair of Scylla. Anyway, in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Brought back a catch. I can't read. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy The last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. Let's see. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others, Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Alright. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Edward going after Sarah and Simon. I'm gonna call that right now. Edward's the cultist. Edward is the one who probably got taken over by Cthulhu. The father, Sarah, let's see. Can be made out background. Claims can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that is linked to the death of his daughter. Yeah, this was probably a vision that Sarah. So we probably are getting a little bit into the psychic vision side of things. And yeah, this was probably a vision of the future to come, the near future to come. She probably discovered that her husband was a cultist. Knowledge. Okay.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful.
Yeah, because that's totally smart to do. Piss off the locals.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
Oh, apparently that was the right thing to choose.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. And I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it,
The truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
I mean, sailors are
But I'll
superstitious.
say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
Oh.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her
Okay.
pen.
Okay.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Apparently getting that drink is going to affect my future. Fun.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Who's out the window? Oh, he's facing that way. Okay.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Scylla returned support saved Darkwater from famine. We've had given up hope the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board, of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. That's a big ass fucking catch. I will say this, if I struggle with certain words, that's probably because I've never seen them before and therefore do not know how they're pronounced when read. So when read out loud. So do forgive that. I'll have to look that up later and learn how to pronounce that. Anyway, back to the game. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bring in an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. By chance, is the warehouse that's for rent, or that was for rent back in the 1800s, Warehouse 36? Possibly.
And the doctor, what did he say? He laughed. My God.
You want to talk to me? Oh, no, you're no. Okay.
She will do it again, you know. The girl doctor told her. She won't stop asking.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Y'all are just a little flat. Just a little bit.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared. You exhausted the stocks. You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen. Good night, stranger.
So long.
Fuck it.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
I should have chose a different one. This has definitely got an eerie vibe. I'm not gonna lie, I wonder if this island is purely fiction or if it's like based off of an actual island.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
I found the toilet.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Sweet. This is why exploring, especially in a game like this, because this is kind of like a detective game. It's like, you want to definitely explore, so long as it's not going to get you, like, in severe trouble.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Mm-hmm. That this man has a peg leg. I need to double check Fitzroy.
What a macabre souvenir.
Probably like his grandfather or something. Or father, considering how old Fitzroy looks. You really need to get this place fixed up, dude.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. It's probably the person that I tried to talk to earlier. Okay. Alright, dude. Ready to talk.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Oh, that table.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are legible. 1890, 1907, and the rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Roy Mitchell, owner of the stranded whale. Barn Darkwater prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone the secrets, the rumors, and the inhabitants are rumors that the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting. If the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by, the man will talk freely on this subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor. Impunity, or with total impunity. That's the last thing I expect to find. I arrived on this island. Stranded whale is its name. It's an island. It's going to be kind of hard for the prohibition to be really having any... It will be hard for something like that to have a strong hold on an area like that. That's not surprising. Yeah, the lady there is the supplier. That I do know. That's probably the bridge of the Scylla. Where'd he go? There you are.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla.
Yep.
His wooden leg is
was
here.
right on the ship.
You can go and see it if you're interested.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Already looked at it.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's already been increasing. So I need... Let's do psychology. Because the more I increase all these stats, the better. Oh wait, was there anything else? Yes, dark water. Charybdis. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Charybdis, the only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the harbor master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him, the bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, Go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Ratchet device. The part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
A lever.
A handle. It must come from these old winches. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
I'm gonna wait. I don't...
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
You know, let me not agitate that woman.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not seeing it.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
I take it that, that entrance that I found is meant to get me inside the warehouse. No, you don't want to talk. Okay. Do y'all want to talk? Oh,
You
did.
live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Alright, pause. Alright. Oh, wait, no, I already did that. Okay.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Okay, there's a statue? Where's the statue? Oh! I did not realize there was a whole thing here. Okay. Do you want to talk? No, you don't.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. Looks like Phoenician, or a very primitive runic script. I've never seen anything like it.
Hmm.
Damnation. I broke it.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks.
Not even, and don't go looking there.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Nothing to see here. I wasn't listening to anybody's conversation whatsoever. Okay.
You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something.
You guys don't look like you want to talk. There's gotta be other hidden objects. Ah!
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Oh, I got everything. Sweet.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Can I not go in there? Oh, shit. Nope. 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 Who? Okay. That's not good for me. Okay. So I apparently cannot go. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to the guy again, see if I can persuade him to let me into the warehouse.
Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
You again. I told you to beat it. No need to get worked up.
Nope, he's not gonna. Fuck it. Okay.
He's gonna get us into trouble.
Get inside warehouse 36.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
She will do it again, you know?
Oh,
The girl doctor. Colden. She won't stop asking.
not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
You don't want to talk? You don't want to talk? You don't want to talk. Interesting. So there's like a facility up here.
She will do it again, you know?
Oh,
The girl doctor. Colden. She won't stop asking.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. Just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
There's gotta be a way to deal with the... There's gotta be a way to deal with it.
The girl doctor. Colden. She won't stop asking.
I need to find like a mask or something.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type. You're back again. What can I do for you?
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I need like a gas mask or something. Is there like nothing for me? Hmm. Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to go. Just wondering if I gotta go this way. Nope. Great! Sanity's already starting to get hit. Fuck! It's gotta be the gas.
This is primitive.
Oh, that terrified me. I was wondering if something like that was gonna happen, and apparently I was right.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Alrighty. The submerged city. So far, my sanity is still stable. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. Something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of human and animal bodies as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision nevertheless disturbed him by its clarity and its violence.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Disturbed is an understatement. That shit made me fucking scream.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Glad I chose the right one.
Would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Literally.
God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
I will say the music choice is interesting. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Looks like he's already been cut up on the cheek before. Is it Simon? It's either Simon or it's fucking... Is it Edward? I think his name is Edward. No, that's Edward Pierce. That's the character. Like, fucking Chadwick or something. The husband. It's either the kid or it's the husband.
Well, here we are. Hawkins mansion.
How long ago
Place
was the
has
fire?
been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
I keep forgetting it
Not
could
far
be
off
him
the
too.
mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him.
Charles, not
Day
Chadwick.
of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Let me finish talking to you first.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
What do you
Are we
mean
gonna
anymore?
take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I got other questions. I'm not done.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man.
I want to know how he's been touched. I want to know why everybody thinks
sad
that.
Old man doesn't worry me.
Was he seeing stuff that Charles was doing?
My advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Nope, now I'm done.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Am I not supposed to be here yet? Or is it just meant to be creepy?
Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
No, let's finish what I'm
Please
doing.
give me a minute. I didn't expect this.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
You can look at the grave all you want. That looks like that also leads up to the mansion. Let's go this way. Oh, wow. Not a bad view. Not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me a little bit of What We Do in the Shadows, or not What We Do in the Shadows, but that old vampire show that ended up being a movie with that starred Johnny Depp. Oh, I was supposed to go that way anyway.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Oh, what the heck?
Sturdy and well sharpened.
Dude, you coming?
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Except Charles's.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
Okay, I guess you're not coming. I probably broke the game or something. Who knows? Got ravens.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Officer, you not coming?
I'll have to find another entrance. This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa!
Where's the officer?
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on dark water.
Oh shit.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
I'm not gonna lie, the dialogue is a little wonky at best. Some of the dialogue choices just don't seem to make sense. Of course, also, you know, Cop was sure good.
This gate is locked.
Where does this go? Oh. This must be Silas's home. I have a feeling I'll be coming back down here soon enough. Oh, there you are.
Shall we enter?
A lot of help you were.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, kept watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm him down. No, Pierce managed to calm him down. And finally get a hold of the key of the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Who do you think? Now we're getting some nice atmosphere.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
We're literally doing
This
fucking
roast.
Sherlock Holmes.
What strange creature has flesh like this?
Oh, that's from the fucking Miraculous Catch.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
He got up randomly. There's something. I'm missing something.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Ooh.
Silas managed to bring the fire.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Control. But it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Charles and Sarah's wedding, as painted by Sarah herself.
Moby Dick. You know, that makes sense that that book would be here.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Bet you Charles is the, Oh, got all the hidden things. All the hidden, but not all the things.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Still not done. There's still stuff I need to investigate. Because otherwise it'd be telling me to leave. Aha.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Ooh, that's a valid question.
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
Telling you it was Charles. Charles is the cultist.
A desperate attempt to flee.
Toy soldier. Simon.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family.
No,
Besides,
he wouldn't have.
Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Honestly, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I suspect this lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
No, I wasn't done talking. I should have done the other thing. Alright, real quick, let's get through. Alright, skill point. Alright, let's do. Telling you, Charles is the cultist. I am convinced Charles is the cultist. And I'm not 100% convinced that he's died.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Oh, that's a quill. Nice! Just upgraded my medicine. I'm getting better and better at that.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
How recent. Moby Dick again. There's a lot of books of Moby Dick.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
Dude, why are you walking ahead?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Dated 1818.
I mean, does that surprise you? Don't like that sound. Or because of the high-pitchedness.
Moby Dick. Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
Oh,
Mandatory
whale.
reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Can I have, like, a lantern or some shit, please?
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
I now, okay, I now need to do some research into Greek mythology, because I don't remember Hecate being the mother of Scylla. But I could also be misremembering. Though, to be honest, I don't know too much about Hecate. Or Hecate, however her name is pronounced. Which, again, I'll have to be looking up.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Hmm. Interesting.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Mm-hmm.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear Sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to reoccur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. Interesting. Yeah, and I have questions.
Locked.
Did he not have, like, come up here?
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Probably his father?
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Again, I am still holding to the strong fact that, interesting.
What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Hmm.
This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Don't I have a key? Hold a second.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
So what you're telling me is I'm gonna have to come back.
This door is locked.
Yeah, there's something up there I need to see. That I do know. Oh! Oh no, Sarah! Please, no, please tell me.
The door is blocked on the other side. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Hmm. Can I please?
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Shambler for FS. Gift. Painting for Dr. F for treatment. Who's AD? Dr. F also bought one of her paintings. Hmm.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. Hmm. Interesting.
Bradley? Is that you? Is anyone there?
Do I finally get a lantern? Isn't that him?
You! Stop!
Why are you jumping?
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go? It looks like an old seaway map.
Do you really think that your fugitive can...
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Here?
I wonder who the man
I
with the
don't see any way
glasses
out.
is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Seems like this came from a log.
Aha! 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. 47 north, 55 west. Okay. Where's... Fuck. Wish I had a pen on me. Hold a second. Because there ain't no way I'm going to remember these coordinates, but I feel like feel like I know what I need to do here. Okay. So let's try first 42 north, 70 west. It's coordinates 1. 47 north, 55 west. That's coordinates 2. 49 north, 61 west. It's coordinates number 3. That's, and then, oh. Okay. Then 47, 7 north. No, not 47, 57. Fuck, I can't read. 57 north, 51 west, 33 north, 33 north, 53 west. Okay. Now I need to the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes on. Might be this last one. Maybe. Considering the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon, it will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. To say it was to be celebrated for years to come. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. Okay. I think. Okay.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I need to 33 north. Okay. So probably right about there. 53 west.
Looks like it worked.
Ah, fucking
Well
guess
done, Pierce.
that shit. Oh, what's this?
This Dr. Fuller, was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist?
Charles, I understand your worries, but I assure you that Sarah is in good hands here at the Riverside Institute. It goes without saying that her state requires very specific care and a high level of attention. Her full potential will only be able to express itself if she is placed in a secure environment and surrounded by qualified staff. The decision is yours, of course, but I seem to understand that you are running out of time. Your friend, Thomas Fuller. What do you mean by running out of time?
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
Okay, there's more hidden objects. Question is where? Aha.
Why are these letters here, and not with Sarah Hawkins' belongings?
These letters have been opened, but visibly have not left Charles Hawkins' office. They are tied together by a carefully knotted braid. Why did Hawkins intercept his wife's mail? I'm telling you. Or, the twist, it was actually Sarah Hawkins who's the occultist. And Charles was trying to stop her, but because of whatever thing that Cthulhu tends to do to people, she saw him as the monster. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken undertaking the search to the place looking for proof when a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting. Detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What?
3 seats.
Look. Someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? What is this mask supposed to represent?
Maybe Cthulhu? Maybe somebody else? There's that box highlighted.
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest?
Maybe he utilized his wife. Alright, what else am I missing, guys? Because normally this tells me when it's time to hop out of this. Ah.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here? This padlock is too complicated for me.
Yeah, I wish I'd freaking increased it. Oh.
A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
Those keep going.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
No, of course. Because, you know, who doesn't want to fucking... Oh, occultism is at 2 now. Or was it already there? I don't remember. If the creature is not yet anchored in our dimension, an expulsion ritual might work as long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder sign among the glyphs that make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful, though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not all proven reliability. The wife was trying to expel it. That's what was going on. So the husband's the occultist, is the cultist. The wife was trying to undo it. Oh, not again. I don't wanna. Smart, dude. Knock shit over. Can we get out of the water, please?
Some kind of dream catcher.
No.
If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
No. Not a dream catcher. Not even a type of dream catcher.
An old diary.
What do you mean volume 2? Have I not found volume 1 yet? Crap.
Sad way to go. These paintings must be several centuries old.
Ancient structures. People around. Yeah, you can tell kind of how these, like, the artistic inspiration for a lot of these paintings. Yeah, that's Cthulhu. Maybe. Or at least one of the Eldritch Horrors. Yes, you're creepy. Shut up. That's what they've been eating. That fucking thing is what they've been eating.
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep? These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
The underground city. Actually, wait, did I miss this? Looked at that one. Did I get a close enough look at this one? No, I didn't.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
No. No, it's not.
These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
And journal and pause. Alrighty, and back. Cult. Disappeared tribe. A tribe of men, worshippers of the sea and its benefits, landed on the shores of an island surrounded by dark waters. They were discovered by the creature some call the Devourer of Whales. For years, the creature hunted them down into their dreams until their weakened minds surrendered. Following the creature's orders, they sunk into the dark waters surrounding the island and never came back. Interesting. See, I got 3. Volume 2. I need to find the other volumes. And I need to literally find the other volumes. Okay, back to what I was doing. Sorry, I jumped from there.
Time has weakened these structures. I don't have time to search them all.
Well, then what was the point of getting my attention for it in the first place?
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
Oh, well, that's not a spooky looking fire. Like, at all. Not gonna lie, that kind of looks like an illithid from D&D. See? It like, tell me that doesn't look like a mind flare. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think the illithids in D&D are based off of Lovecraftian horror, but it just, they look like mind flares. Ooh, what? Why can't I see through the floor?
What's going on here?
You have found the evidence of an ancient civilization.
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Y'all fucking... Wait, what? Did you save?
A table for sacrifice?
Why does that look like me? Yep, I was waiting for that. Well then.
I got it.
I can't breathe. What's happening?
Flee the place as fast as you can.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Wait, where? Oh, crouch.
Is it my turn?
Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do I have going on here? Sanity. Thankfully still stable. I'm gonna go with, yeah. I got out of there fast enough.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual. I can't read Latin.
You who sleeps, accept this dream under your immortal will.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fetagam.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Ibithink, Padk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
I feel him.
Shh. You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return. Bring me
to the kingdom
more sacred flesh.
Kstelbsna Cthulhu Kashok.
It looks like a kind of deep coma. What could this ritual have done to them? Again, this primitive writing.
We are ready for the ceremony.
What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Didn't you just walk from here? Okay, it's not actually boarded up, it's just door.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
Quiet.
An intruder!
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Don't move! Police!
Oh, you're dead.
Don't move!
Hi, Charles.
I won't hesitate.
Bradley, get
to
back!
shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it.
Hi, Charles.
You shouldn't have seen this.
Which is the vision that we had at the beginning of the game.
It's all caving in. I need to get out of here.
Shit! Did I make it through?
My leg!
Come on. Oh, shit. So I did make it through.
At last.
The question. I was about to go. I wonder if I'll actually make it out. Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer as he tried to escape from him. Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute, he is in a critical state. Called that shit almost immediately from the beginning. Like, as soon as I really took a look at that painting. Called that shit. Like, yeah, dude, you're kind of messed up. They need to fix you up.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. A strong subject.
What the fuck?
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
You're dead.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps.
You're dead.
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No.
The entire fucking town. It's the entire fucking town. Or at least the majority, like anybody who's high up. And Bradley's been brought into it, brainwashed. Probably been brought back.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Alright. Real quick. Gonna check something. Okay. Resume. So there are 14 chapters, so I'm going to try to see how long it'll take me to get to...
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! You're leaving this cell. Please. I don't want him to find me.
You know what? I think I'm going to leave it here for today. I feel like I'm going to get sucked in, and there's going to be a lot more content that I have to do just for another 2 chapters. So we'll leave it here, and yeah. So thank you guys, everybody who joined me today for this enjoyment of the spooky-ass game. Yeah, I do apologize for the screams that I might have given y'all. Yeah, this is kind of like... I had been hoping I would have gotten through Tunic a lot sooner, so I could have started this game and actually done spooky games for the month of October, but it is what it is. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Remember, continue to support SAG-AFTRA. I have not heard any updates yet about what's going on with the negotiations, so I'll definitely continue to keep an eye out on that. If you would like to support me, head over to this link. I do have some physical items in stock. I also have a digital sticker that is a pay what you want with a minimum of $1. And then of course in my account information in the little bio thing here, there's also the extended merch, which is the Teespring. So if you don't see anything on this site, you can always head over to my Teespring and see if there's anything there you want. All right. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I will catch y'all next time.